Okay, what's up, everybody? It's me, Erica. I just have to get started. I just have to get started. I just have to get started. I've been trying to get things perfect, even in between videos. I'll come back for another video and I will not move. I'll come back, I'll stop, and then I'll start. But sometimes I stop and I start getting in my phone and looking at stuff. And I could be doing that while I'm with you all here, right? That's what I can be doing. Okay. So go ahead. What's up? It's me, Erica. Go ahead and like, subscribe, and comment. Let me know you stopped by, girl. We are down here. We are on a kitty cloud. We are on a coffee kitty cloud. Okay. I'm flying. I'm flying. I'm on a cloud, bitch. Okay. Let's go down and see what the girls are talking about in the blog.
I sponsor the now. Yes. I sponsor the blog. Let me tell you something.
Blogs, girl. Girl, come on, hairstyle. Motherfucking diva. I'm a diva. Because it's funny. Look at little Uzi Vert. Look, Uzi Vert. Look at his hair. I love it. Little Uzi Vert, he's a little rock star. He's a little rock star. What happened? He was, rushed to the hospital after he was rushed to the hospital. I hope he's okay. JT was right by his side. I hope he's okay. He got so many piercings in his face. Remember he got that jewel embedded in his head right in here. Ooh. Why don't you just put a little bendy there? I don't know, girl, that's too much. Why would you undergo that? I mean, I guess. I hope he's okay. Pray for Kodak, Kanye, and Uzi, girl. What the stuff that's going on with Kanye? I don't even want to talk about it, girl. Because I mean, I think he's just I don't know what's going on with Kanye. I don't know if he's telling the truth or what, but I think it's just an attempt to get people to talk about him. And girl, I'm not. I can't. That's it. Okay. It was like kind of blue. I felt like. Anyways, so let's see what's going on down to. It's a lot of Shannon Sharp news. I just got finished dragging his ass, and let's go to the what is it called? It's only entertainment. That's a new blog. I keep forgetting to go there and look for stuff. I stick with my big three. It's usually, see, it's blue again. Maybe it's that. Um the Hollywood Unlocked, the Jasmine brand, and the Neighborhood Talk. Those are like my main three that I go to. But then there's like so many others, right? TMZ, girl. Okay, I'm about to start explaining to you. Okay. So we see the girl. Okay, so Shannon Sharp, Kevin Gates. We already talked about that. Oh, it says RHOA Brisket Edie faces explosive allegations about husband Michael Cunningham's sexuality. It says drama is heating up on the Real Housewives of Atlanta as newcomer Brisket Edie finds herself at the center of controversy. On a recent interview on Tasha K's platform, featured a man claiming to be a former friend of Edie, alleging that her husband Michael Cunningham has been involved in secret relationships with men and attended private DL parties in Atlanta. The man further claimed to have had a personal encounter with Cunningham, stating, quote, I may have tasted him. Edie and Cunningham, who married in 2020 during the C19 panorama, have portrayed a strong, affectionate, I wouldn't say affectionate, relationship publicly. Edie often shares heartfelt messages about her husband on social media, referring to him as her best friend and biggest supporter. As of now, neither Brisket or Michael have publicly responded to these allegations. The claims have sparked widespread discussion among fans and viewers of the show, with many awaiting further developments. This situation adds to ongoing drama in the current season of Real Housewives of Atlanta, where Edie has already been involved in conflicts with fellow cast members. The unfolding events promise more intrigue as the season progresses.
For a balcony. Did you have Edie's husband, Michael Cunningham?
I may have tasted him.
Tasted him? What do you mean tasted him? Like, what do you elaborate?
Well, I'm a top. I'm a soft top.
Come on, soft top.
I don't play with my booty hole at all. I do the playing with the booty hole.
Oh.
I do the bending.
Oh.
And yeah.
You say you bent her husband over?
I think multiple people bent her husband over.
Oh my God.
I think we're going to really have to get out of the frequency that we believe that people are automatically straight. I think we have to come also out of allowing men to explore their sexuality. I think we have to get out of being shocked that a man has sex with men, no matter what he claims his sexuality is to the public. You should not be shocked that men have sex with men, or that straight men have sex with men, or heterosexual presenting men have sex with. I think we have to get out of a man having sex with men being salacious and, newsworthy, right? Oh my God, he presents as straight. He's in a heterosexual relationship, but he's had sex with men. Okay, we could say the same thing for her. Oh my God, look at her. She presents as straight. She's in a heterosexual relationship, but she has sex with women. Y'all would be okay with that. Y'all wouldn't call her gay. Y'all would say, oh, she was just exploring her sexuality. Y'all gonna call him gay, and then that's a wrap. And it's like, first of all, stop thinking that everybody is straight. That's one thing. I think that's one thing that a lot of women need to stop believing. And then also stop, or not people, period, just like believing that that men are not having, like, I don't understand. And it's not shocking to me. Right now, a lot of the kids were getting the vibes from him, right? And they were saying, yes, the girl wears bunny slippers. I was getting, hey boss, yeah boss. I was getting knucklehead, right? Where's he from? The Bronx? Where's he from? I don't know where he's from, but he gives me like, hey, yeah. And then somebody said he looks like Nico. Remember the one that Mimi Foss did the adult film with? Remember? He kind of does look like Nico, but he's always like this. So I think when he was at the party, the way he smiles and he was looking at everybody, like everybody was like, "Oh, girl, you little sassy. You got a little attitude with everybody. Why are you looking at everybody like this?" But we didn't really know who he was. We still don't really know who he is. But everybody's like, "Why was he looking like that? His face all frowned up." And then we realized, oh, that's just, hey, boss. That's just how he looks. I don't see affection. I haven't seen them be affectionate at all. Even when she was crying about having a BBC in her mouth down to the hair spa, he was looking at her like, "Okay, you'll be okay, girl. You. I know that you're just acting right now. I'm supposed to act too, I guess, but I can't really act because I know all this crying shit and your investigation. I know it's fake. So I don't know what to tell you. You'll be okay. I think it's high time. I think it's high time to stop being shocked that a man has sex with men. I do. I really do. I swear I kept saying her husband was giving something not bad, but weird. She should have stayed off the show. No, she wanted the attention. See, the girls, they want to come out of private citizenship. And their narcissism and their ego and them thinking that they are the prettiest girl in the room is going to award them some type of notoriety, and people are going to have their eyes on them. But to a narcissist, they don't care about the information, whether it's good or bad. They care that people are talking about them. They don't care what they're talking about. I don't give a fuck. You talking about me. That just feeds their brain like, oh, you're like, she literally came out and called people obsessed. Bro, we're talking about a show. You want to be talked about. Isn't that why you came to the front, came out of your private life to the front? Isn't that the reason why you've been, it seems like your entire career in these streets have been in front of a camera trying to get some sort of attention in front of a camera? Girl, this is what you wanted. This is what she wanted. And now people are talking about her. Now she's going to try and flip it in order to feed her ego and say, oh, y'all are just obsessed with me. I see, I told you all my life I had to fight against the girls. They're just obsessed with me. But you've spent your life trying to come to the front. So we're talking about you because you're on a show. That's why I said I'm not going to talk about the girl on the show at all. Because, girl, no. It's weird to say that people are obsessed with you and you're on a show that has been in existence for 16 seasons. We are talking about the show that you are on. Isn't that why you came on the show? So people can talk about you, but now you're saying that people are obsessed. So for me, I would be like, okay, well, we just won't talk about you anymore. And that would be okay. That's how I see it. They should have stayed in the closet. Between her scamming and having no insurance license and dudes coming out the woodwork about his sexuality, it's too much. She should have left Kenya alone. He's sus. Walking away from a screen and coming to say, call a lawyer, sent me to the moon. I told you, baby, a blind man could see this. I love people with receipts. Lavender is a great wedding color. I don't know why people get on reality TV and don't think their secrets won't get exposed.
And this is video.
So what do y'all think about that? That's where I am with it. I'm not shocked by a man having sex. I'm not like, oh, okay, he has sex with men. Okay, girl. What else is going on? Now, what else is going on? Did he hurt anybody? Did he scam anybody? Or he's having consensual sex with men? All right, whatever. No big deal. Anyways, did he hurt anybody? Did he harm anyone? That's what I'm more concerned about. Is he a nefarious person? His sexuality has nothing to do with it. So him liking to take cock like his wife likes to take cock. That's what I'm saying. The girl, they like it just as much as y'all like it. They worship it just as much as y'all worship it. You see Kevin Gates over there in the front row with his legs wide open for LeBron James. Y'all gotta stop. I mean, I think it's time. I think it's time to come out of that. You know, I really do. All right, let's see what else is happening. Let me know what y'all think about that. Okay, let's see what else is happening. That's It's Only Entertainment. Oh, wait a minute. I saw Karen Huger's face. What was that story? RHOP Karen Huger denied work release program, will remain behind bars for DUI sentence. Another one. Remember how Evan Lozada's ego had her in the bushes, falling in the bushes, running after, what's her name? What's the girl's name? OG. And what was the other girl's name? The Asian woman that she called Ming. She called her Ming Ming or something like that. Ling Ling, I think she called her. Remember? You know how much shit Evelyn has gotten away with, girl. That shit is crazy. But remember how she was in the bushes trying to run after old girl. Your ego has you behind bars because you could have took a deal. You could have took a deal, and it's like it's weird because you have to know that you have to be in a space of delusion for you to have gone through what we saw from the body cam, and for the next day and days leading up to when you have to put in, you got arrested and all that stuff. You want to go to trial because you will be vindicated. And then they gave you an opportunity to have what? I think it was like some days. I think, wasn't it days and a fine? That's what I remember, but it's not too much information here. But your ego has you behind bars. Your ego had you saying to your cast members, I will be vindicated. I will be vindicated. The truth will come to light. Okay, well, we have the truth now, and now you don't want to be in there. Now you don't want to be in there, girl. Okay, Karen. It says, Judge grants Megan Thee Stallion's request to sanction Tory Lanez over deposition misconduct. The legal feud between Megan Thee Stallion and Tory Lanez has taken a new turn as the judge officially granted Megan's request to sanction the Canadian rapper following his alleged disruptive behavior during a recent prison deposition. The deposition, which is part of Meg's ongoing defamation lawsuit against blogger Milagro Cooper, reportedly descended into chaos due to Tory's actions. According to court documents, Tory repeatedly interrupted the proceedings, claimed confusion over basic words like discuss, and made inappropriate comments directed at Megan's attorney, allegedly mocking her appearance by referencing her dyed hair and telling her to bring a comb. The court didn't hold back in its assessment of the situation, describing Tory's behavior as, quote, misogynistic and, quote, intended to belittle rather than cooperate. These actions, the judge ruled, were enough to warrant sanctions. Now that the motion has been granted, Megan's legal team is seeking a series of penalties, including Tory Lanez being held in contempt of court, a formal sanction requiring him to cover Megan's legal fees, an appointment of a special master to oversee his next deposition, additional time to conduct a second round of questioning, this time at Tory's expense. Tory has until April 30th to formally respond to the court, while Megan's legal team is required to serve him with notice by April 21st. The development marks yet another chapter in the high-profile legal saga between the two artists, and the fans and legal observers alike will be watching closely to see how Tory responds and whether further consequences are in store. So you got into a deposition and acted like an imp, like a little demonic entity running around, jumping from corner of the room on your hands and your feet, jumping, you fucking munchkin, you. Like a little evil leprechaun running and jumping up and fighting people and insulting people. You are described as misogynistic, girl. So what's the excuse? Because this is not Megan. So what's his excuse now? What's the excuse that you have for Tory Lanez now when he's showing aggressive behavior towards women? You think he could possibly pull out a gun and point it at a woman and tell her, dance, bitch, dance? He's unhinged. He is unhinged. Bring a comb. Motherfucker, you don't have any hair. Let's see the top of your motherfucking head, George Jefferson. Motherfucker, you. I'd be so happy every time she gets something in her favor because he's sitting behind bars. Another one whose ego. You little short motherfucker running around fighting people. Just chaos. Just utter chaos. A chaos queen running through town, fighting people, shooting people, having guns on you while you're supposed to be not having guns on you. Literally, red flag after red flag after red flag after red flag, red. He's awful. An awful person, has always been an awful person. He is right where he's supposed to be. There is a YouTube video about Tory Lanez and his, like, someone who did like a little documentary starting from him. He was a little boy all the way up to now, and he's always been a little evil leprechaun. Little garden gnomes running around. Do you see a pattern of behavior around these men who are inch high, private eyes? Huh? Don't you see a common theme around their fucking behavior, their ego? Dr. Gregory is another one who comes to mind. You right where you belong, motherfucker. Let's read a couple comments. I love her music, but she's doing the most. So nobody is reading that he's having outbursts in the meeting. Right. He's a reason for this. I love Tory, but you got to keep your mouth shut and I'll allow his lawyers to do the job. I'm so over her, girl. Go live your life and stop. And it's almost like this he's already in jail, so why does she keep messing with him? I really don't believe he did it anyway. I can't. Yes, Meg. Don't let up, Meg. Keep applying pressure, period. This dude shot her. There's no justification in that. Help us women. We are doomed. No, we not. I'm not. Y'all are. Not y'all, but y'all. Y'all running after Tory Lanez, talking about free Tory. Women profile pics. Talking about free Tory. That's crazy. I can't wait for this to backfire on her. Nationwide exotic dancer, urban model. All hoes get laid. Boss chicks get paid. Thing. So she's doing too much. He's already in jail because you lied. At this point, you're obsessed with Tory. Another woman. This one is a boy mom, of course. Of course. Of course. Married with a rainbow flag. Crazy as hell. Ninja, leave Megan alone already. He might get deported when he's released. He needs to go back to Canada, never to be heard from again. All right, let's see what else is happening. It says, not the chicken or the check. RHOA's Kelli Ferrel sued for nearly $100,000 over unpaid rent for chicken and waffle spot. Landlord says they'll sue for more if she doesn't pay in 10 days. It says, okay, Real Housewives of Atlanta newcomer Kelli Ferrel is already stirring the pot, and this time it's not in the kitchen. According to the court documents obtained by In Touch, Kelli's landlord is calling her out for allegedly owing over $101,000 in unpaid rent, interest, and late fees for her Nana's Chicken and Waffles location in Sandy Springs, Georgia. The lawsuit was filed on March 26 and claims Kelli signed a 5-year lease in January 2024 and was supposed to last until August 2029. But her landlord says she breached the lease by failing to get a proper permit to start renovations so she can open the restaurant or pay rent. Despite being warned multiple times between August 2024 and March 2025, they say she never handled it. The landlord says they'll be adding on extra fees if she doesn't pay up in 10 days. Kelli's team is putting the blame on her recent divorce from ex-husband, Chavallo Ferrel. And change your last name too. Girl, the way I would not have gone, was she already done with, or she's going through her divorce? The way I would have I wouldn't be Kelli Ferrel connected to Real Housewives. It would be my other name. Y'all better take a clue from goddamn Melody Cherie Rogers. She's the only one I've seen do that. And much as I don't really care for Melody at all, the fact that she did that to, quote, reclaim her name and had a ceremony to do it, that's something that I can get jiggy with. That's what a lot of y'all need to do. These men be running y'all, dragging y'all, and you hold on to the name just because my kids know, fuck that, change their last names too. Shit, the fuck. Girl, you're undeserving of all this family, motherfucker. All the shit that I created, this family. Girl, get out of here. No. I wouldn't have come to that show with that man's last name on my fucking name, girl. Ugh. Chavallo. He looked like a Chavallo. Ferrel. Her rep says this lawsuit is about her second location. The delays are due to a messy split and close to $160,000 in legal bills. Remember, she said that he told her, I'll shut these places down, basically. That's what she said. That he wants to close the places. He wants to get these places from her and close them, and telling her, you wouldn't have been nothing without me. Girl.
Tired ass, po ass, raggedy ass, slow ass niggas.
Nope. Let's read some of the comments. Nope. Crazy how we never heard of her and her restaurant until this season. Well, because you probably aren't in Atlanta, and now that she's on television, it's giving you, who doesn't live in Atlanta, visibility to her. So that's why you're hearing about it now. Now the lies start. She's been a successful businesswoman with lines out the doors. They see her at her best. Now here comes the bullshit. She's a fine and a great mother. Now mind your business, stay in your bag, and because she damn sure isn't hers. This is the most ghettoest season yet. I thought she discussed these issues on RHOA. Something about her divorce and her husband having a lease, and he was supposed to be paying. Exactly. Those 17 bags probably amount to $100,000. Plain Drew is diabolical. Maybe they're doing the same thing they try to do to Candy. I want to see her win. I hope her restaurant being on TV will result in something positive for her. At this point, all of them scandals are, except for Shamia. No, Shamia's only scandal is she's running around Atlanta trying to find a woman to risk her life for her husband to have a boy child. That's what we're really not talking about.
Oh, here she comes.
That's what we really not talking about. That's the scandal, girl. She running around Atlanta trying to find somebody to please her husband. Somebody said in the comments, I think Shamia wants to have the baby for herself. No, she wants to have she's a people pleaser who wants to have a boy baby for her husband. Ooh. Y'all ready? Are y'all talking about it? Is anybody talking about that? Oh my God. It's so cold and good. Is anybody talking about that? That's the scandal. That's Shamia's scandal, girl. All right, Kelli. That's what she already talked about it on the show. Her husband said he wants to shut the businesses down. Anthony Edwards fined $50,000 for clapping back at heckler who asked where his kids were. My dick is bigger than yours.
Okay, come on, girl. Come on, girl. Okay. Yeah.
On April 22nd, Minnesota Timberwolves guard Anthony Edwards has been fined $50,000 for directing inappropriate language and making an obscene gesture towards a fan. It was announced today by Byron Ferrel, president of league operations. The incident occurred with 4:33 remaining in the third quarter of the Timberwolves' 117-95 victory over LA Lakers in Game 1 at the first round playoff series on April 19th at Crypto.com Arena. Let's see.
You suck.
Everything below the waist. He got 200 million. He got 200 million. He got 200 million. My dick is bigger than yours. Everything below the waist. Nothing else. That's how he was coming back at him for asking where your kids at. My dick is bigger than yours and I got 200 million. Wallet, dick, pussy. Wallet, dick, pussy. That's all that they thinking about. And y'all still having conversations about how to partner with these people, girl.
It was gone.
Let me just go in the bush and weep. Let me just go in the bush and weep. I just have to go in the bush.
Okay, we're already back down to Tracy Ellis Ross. Let's see how much time do we have? Ooh, I think we're done. I think we can get to Tracy Ellis Ross tomorrow. I think we've already done 2 videos today. All right. It says Shannon Sharpe offered SA accuser $10 million before the case went public. Why didn't she take it? They went to 2 mediations within the last month and proposals were made. Shannon's attorney said they were surprised that Jane Doe walked away from the offer and decided to file the lawsuit without warning. Davis claims that Jane Doe seemed to be considering the offers initially. Jane Doe is accusing Shannon of R-ing her in late 2024. Okay, Davis addressed the audio that was released, stating Shannon spoke in the heat of the moment and did not literally mean those words. Girl, please. They're awaiting a video of Shannon and the accuser to go public. Says it'll be heavily edited. All right. Well, I'm going to go now. Y'all get down in the comments and let me know what you think. All right. Y'all take care of each other. Protect your energy. Let's get down in the comments. Peace.